Hi, my name's Kelsey, and today's class is one to sort of re-energize and bring you back into your center. It's like a quick little midday pick-me-up. You don't need any props, but you will need a wall space. So, to get ready, we're going to come in just into a seated position. We're going to go ahead and close our eyes and just come into some breathing. Starting with your natural breath. Just find a point of peace. Let everything that's happened thus far in your day, just let it go. Starting to take deeper inhales, you'll breathe in for a count of 4. And exhale for a count of 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale and exhale. Go through that 2 more rounds on your own. Just finding a spot on our mat to ground down into and just be here. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Go ahead and open your eyes. Welcome back. To get started, we're going to start in just a simple cross-legged position, one shin in front, one behind. We're going to go through 2 rounds of these seated twists and bends, and then we'll switch the grip of our legs and go through it again. So, clasp hands, push out and up, inhale. Exhale, release the hands behind the back, bind them, puff up the chest, forward fold. If you want, you don't have to. Inhale, back up, right hand to mat, pushing down through that left hip crease, up and over. Switch sides. Come back through to center. Put your arms up on an inhale. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Bend up and over to the right. And switch sides. Okay, switch the grip. Switch the fold if you're like, it's not a grip. I don't know why I keep saying grip. Clasp your hands, push out and up. Exhale, release the hands, bind behind the back, puff up the chest, and staying here or forward folding. Inhale, come back up. Right hand to mat, left arm up and over. Again, grounding down through that left hip. Switch sides. Come up. Inhale, arms go up, grabbing left wrist with right hand, then up and over to the right. Switch sides. And release. Making your way onto all fours for tabletop. Going through a few rounds of cat-cow, just lubricating the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, pull your chest through. Exhale, around the back. Inhale. Exhale. You can make any organic movements. Just remember to inhale to pull the chest through and exhale to round the spine. One more time, inhale. Exhale. Coming back to a neutral tabletop position, making sure that your wrists are underneath your shoulders, hips underneath, knees underneath your hips. So from here, you're really going to want to push down, push away the floor, hug in the belly, And from here, hover your knees. Yeah, it sucks, but you can do it. Breathing here. Remembering to press away the ground, keeping the core firm. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Plant the knees, sit back, child's pose. Just for 2 breaths. Come back up. Tabletop. Curl your toes and sit your hips down and back, up and back for downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk out your dog, pedal your legs, move side to side, do whatever feels good to you today. I really like to take my feet as wide as my mat and just kind of bend side to side. 2 more breaths here. Inhale, gaze through your hands. Step to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands go up. Hands down through heart center and standing in Tadasana. Pausing here for a moment. Inhale, breath. Arms go up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands go up and hands down through heart center. Bring your hands to your hips. Take your right foot and step it back for crescent pose. And noticing here how your hip flexor is. If it's really tight, whenever you straighten that back leg, your butt's going to stick out. So instead of having your butt out, can you bend that knee and bring sort of a straight line from the crown of your head to the tip of your tailbone. Inhale, arms go up. Breathing here. One last breath. Inhale, you're going to shift your weight forward for this thunderbolt variation. Pressing down through that front foot. One more breath. Exhale, you're going to plant the right hand. If you need to scooch that back leg back a little bit more, you can. Plant the right hand and open up into an open arm twist. Exhale, plant both hands. Your right knee will come down, pivot it off the side of your mat, and come up to this modified side plank or Vashisthasana. So from here you can stay, let me flip around so my butt's not in your face. So you can stay here in this modified version, or if you want, you can take your leg back, grip it with your hand, and use your foot to press into the hand to open the chest. One more breath. From here, you'll release the foot if you had it and come back into plank. Take your left foot, step it outside of your left hand, lower the back knee down for a lizard. Just pause here for a moment. If you want, you can roll open the foot to the outside edge and shoot your arm back for this, I don't know what it's called. I heard it called lazy lizard. One more breath here. Come back around, plant the hand. Curl the back toe under. Pop your back foot up. Sit it down for Malasana, yogi squat. Breathing here. One more breath. Inhale, really push down through the heels of your feet. Coming up to stand, pivot the toes. Actually, just walk them to hip width distance and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back. You can either go straight back to downward facing dog or you can take it through a vinyasa. I'm going to come down to the belly and inhale up for cobra. Exhale, down and back, downward facing dog. Take 2 more breaths here. Inhale, gaze through your hands. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Come all the way up. Hands go up, down through heart center, and Tadasana. Inhale, bring your hands to your hips. Exhale, your left foot back, stepping back into that crescent pose. Again, check out your hips, making sure that everything is lined up from the top of the crown to your tailbone. Inhale, arms go up. One more breath here. Exhale, hinge forward into this thunderbolt variation, keeping that front leg really strong. You're still on the ball of the back foot. This is like one of the crappiest poses. I hate it so much. But those poses that you really hate are poses that you need, right? So they say. But here we are. One more breath. Exhale, plant the hands. You're going to plant the left hand in front of the inside of the right foot. Right hand goes high. Breathing here. Legs are still really strong. Don't let that back one sag. Exhale, plant both hands. Drop the back knee. Swing the right foot around to come into your modified Vashisthasana, side plank. Or, if you did it on this first side, you can bring your foot around, grab it, and use that foot to open up the chest. One more breath here. Exhale to let go, come around to plank. You're going to step the right foot outside the right hand and lower the back knee down for lizard. Staying here or rolling open to that right side of the foot, coming into this lizard variation. One more breath here. Exhale, plant the hands, place the right foot back down, curl the toes of the left foot, and hop up. Set it down for Malasana. Planting into those heels, to getting ready to stand up. Take an inhale breath, come up, heel toe the feet in, and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back, going through your vinyasa or going straight to downward facing dog. I'm really into doing Shalabhasana instead of doing cobra. 2 breaths here. Go ahead and come down onto your knees and just come on to your back. Keep your feet planted and walk them out to about the same width as your yoga mat and just let your knees knock in. Maybe you need to roll your shoulders onto the back just to feel your entire back line supported by the earth. Just pausing here. Notice how you feel. How does your body feel? Maybe your heart's racing a little bit. It's all right. Coming back to finding that center. heel toe your feet to where they're still hip width distance, and then I just want you to actually just come onto your left side. Place your left hand out long. Your right arm is going to be on top of it. If you have a block or a blanket or something you could rest your head on. Inhale, you're going to open up your arms and just come into this nice supine twist. Your shoulder does not have to be on the ground or anywhere near the ground, but we're just looking for this nice twist, this chest opener. And if you cannot make it to the ground, maybe you shove a prop underneath there like a blanket or a block. Just taking a few breaths here. Noticing where you feel that twist. Is there anywhere in your body that you can relax a little bit more? So for me, I'm clenching a little bit in my glutes, my jaw. Take one last breath here. Exhale. Just roll onto your back and come into that second side. So your right arm is out long, your left is on top of it. Inhaled, open up the arm, coming into that supine twist. The back of your head is on a block or on the floor. One last breath here. Exhale. Just come straight back onto the back. And go ahead and sit up. This is where you're going to want your wall. So we're coming into legs up the wall. Shimmy the side of your hip. This is the easiest way I found to come into it. If you shimmy your side of your hip up towards the wall, come down onto your forearm and just swing your legs up and over. And then from here, sometimes I have to wiggle myself up to the wall. You do not have your butt does not have to be up against the wall. Just find a comfortable angle for you to comfortably rest your legs. Coming in, so legs up the wall has a lot of different benefits. Not only does it help circulating that blood back down your legs into the heart, sometimes it can kind of give you just a little pick-me-up. I read somewhere that like doing so many minutes of legs up the wall is kind of like, it has the same effects of a nap. So sometimes whenever you're just feeling really run down, maybe give it a shot. Again here, see if you can relax. See if there's anything that you're clenching or holding on to. Maybe it's the spot between your eyebrows. Just find a space where you can just be. Nowhere else but here. Take one more breath here. Exhale. To come out, you'll just bend your knees, roll onto your side. And go ahead and make your way to Shavasana. So whatever you need to make yourself feel comfortable. You can put a towel under your head, under your neck, blanket. Wherever it is, just go ahead and find yourself there. If you need anything else, any other postures, go ahead and take them. Shavasana is always waiting for you. So as you start to settling in, I want you to feel each point that you can on the ground. So your heels, back of your calves, your pelvis, your shoulder blades, your arms, your hands, your skull. And I want you to just let them get really heavy. Maybe imagine yourself sinking into warm sand. We'll take 2 breaths here. Take an inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Scan your body really quick just to make sure that there's nothing else that you can let go of. Your jaw, maybe, forehead, belly. Just go ahead and let it all go and rest here and take Shavasana.
Whenever you're ready, you can start to invite deeper breaths into the body. You can start making micro movements, beginning with your fingers and your toes, your wrists and your ankles. Stretching your legs out long and your arms up overhead for a nice full body stretch. Bending your knees, planting your feet.
Over onto your right side for fetal pose, and just pausing here. Thanking yourself for showing up on the mat, doing something for you. Taking your time, you can come up to a seated position with your eyes gently closed. You can take your arms out, up, and overhead to touch. Sealing your hands down through your heart center to seal your practice. We'll take one final breath together as a class. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause to hold it at the top. Exhale to sigh it out the mouth, letting it all go. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys for joining me for this class. I hope you guys feel a little bit more complete in yourself and a little bit more energized and just back to center. If you guys have any questions, you can let me know. If not, see you next week.